Libra friends, how's it going? It's your friend Dharma here to do another intuitive spread for you. Yeah, I went blonde, except I'm not done. We're in a transition. I still have to get some of the brassiness out and put some low lights in and whatever. So you're gonna be seeing a transition. It looks like crap right now, but it is what it is. Okay, so I got this new deck in the mail, the Intuit Oracle. And I just opened it to take the wrapper off, but I haven't looked at it yet. So you guys are going to be my go-to. And I got some sage burning so I can cleanse them out really quick. So I'm pretty excited about these. I don't know anything about the company. I don't know anything about this box. All I know is that it had plastic on it. So I took the cards out and then put them back down. It comes with a bag of, what's in here? Charging crystals. Oh my god. Okay. So let's see. Oh, I lost one. They're little. Let's just get to it. Let's get to the reading. Awesome. Yeah, they're really small. Ooh, I like the way that feels. Okay. So let's just cleanse them out a little bit, calling in guides, angels, anyone from the highest good with a message to come forward for Libras and Libra cross watchers. Whoa. These fell right in the... These are Lenormand cards? I've never used a Lenormand deck. Let's do it anyway. Let's see how it works out. Okay. Guides, angels, anyone from the highest good with a message for Libra and Libra cross watchers for the week ahead, please. Okay. See, oh my goodness, the only one that came out upright was heart. It's got some keywords on it there. Heart. So I want to probably say, guess what we're going to be talking about? Yeah, a little bit of romance, my friends. Heart space. I'm just going to try to intuit. I don't read, when I get a new deck, I don't read the book, ever. I never have done that. I intuit off cards. That's what they're for. I keep saying intuit, and that's what the name is. I just got this, like, okay, so I'm talking about heart, right? Heart space. It feels like it's throbbing, or it's like I'm freaking out, but like in a good way. Like that, like in that moment when you know, I just got an image of, you know how right before you're about to kiss somebody, if those of you who know this, and they're like right here, but your heart like starts pounding. That's where I'm at with this. A book. Book. I just Akashic record. This has been written already. This has been, ding, yeah, right? Whatever it is that we are talking about, this is something that is, the pages for it are already written. If those of you who don't understand or even know about the Akashic records, all of your lives, all of the knowledge of your lives, past, present, and future, have already been written, because time is, it only goes forward in this dimension, right? And so you can go there and you can see things, and this week has already been foretold. And it might be because this week is the Lionsgate portal, so that's when the thing opens to usher the new things in and usher the old things out. And with these two together, you know, written in the stars, or written in the Akasha. Child, oh my goodness. This is like the Maiden card in the Fairies Oracle, or like the Fool, the Child, brand new. Something, so that's what I'm saying. This, we're talking about a heart story. I like that heart story that is starting this week, or within, you know, whenever you watch this. Saturn the regulator, what the hell is this? Awesome. Accomplishment, completion of cycles, structure, achievement. Oh, it's the world. Of course it's the world. Right there it says the world. It's a new cycle. Yeah. Can you see that? It's in red. The cycle, the new book, the beginning. Holy crap. Look, here, both of these cards are all like, yep, here it is. It's right here for you. It's time to start. This is like the, and I just got an image of, you know how like when you're at a race and your heart kind of pounds like right before, and you know they're in their like countdown, whatever. And then the thing, the gun, it's like a flare gun, I guess, or whatever that noise is. It goes off. I heard it go off. I love these cards, and so basically that's wow. Okay, so let's pull out our friends, the fairies, and see who and what and why. We have a heart story this week. Oh my goodness. That is written. I'm interested to see what kind of heart story. See, anything else? Okay. Well, first things first is you got here the fiery sword. This is like, I just got another image of someone like cutting the thing at the, so the race can start. Is that how you cut it when the race starts? Or you cut it when you get your like accomplishment? I feel like there's some kind of payout this week. It's a payout. Like, here's your manifestation, or here's your money, or here's your job, or here it is. Bloop. That's what it feels like. And you're just like, really? Right now? I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a fantasy. I thought I was reading fiction. But nay, you're getting full-on spiritual clarity this week. Yeah, because you have fairies of the future. These ones, because I feel like something was maybe stagnant, or something was... I just heard on again, off again, but it feels more than that. It feels more like on, nothing. And then throughout Leo season and eclipse season, Libras were like, oh God, you know, I'm just going to sit here and hold still, or at least for the last 2 weeks. And I know that the last is with Mercury and retrograde and all of that stuff going on. It was like the love interest, the one that has the ability to, in one way or another, make your heart flutter, was not there. And so it's like now, and here we are talking about the world, and we were talking about the starting line and the finish line and all of that for something that's already been written. It's time for the beginning to happen. And this is like this is kind of like that gun I was talking about when you start the new cycle or the race or the journey or whatever it is that you're doing. Like bam. And you have fairies of the future. They are guiding, they usher things forward because they already know. They're like the keepers of this book. You know, they kind of hang out at the Hall of Akashic Records. Like I could picture all these, you know, fairy creatures hanging out there and just watching other people, you know, read their Akashic Records. And they too have read them all. I mean, they hang out there, right? So they're coming to you like, you know, this thing that you thought was done is not. This is your accomplishment, your achievement. This is your, that's really pretty. Look at that. Your accomplishment, your achievement. This is for you. For you. Mickle and muckle. Every day makes blessings in play. This is, oh, I'm getting, you know how when I first picked this up and I was like, right before you get kissed or whatever, look at her cheeks. She is blushed, like she can't even believe, especially with this being a sword, although it is like a spiritual sword, it's still clarity. And you have other, and I just saw this as someone like leaning in and whispering something in your ear. And you're sitting there like, oh God. And you're all like giddy and it's like all childlike and you're like, I was waiting and I was waiting and I was waiting and here it is. And now I'm just gonna sit here all red-faced. And my heart is pounding and I feel like everybody can see. But you also have two cards here that talk about children. Yeah, let's pull an animal. Wow. Something that was written in the stars. I feel like the Akashic Record is important. I feel like this is one of the things that, I mean, I think everything gets written down, but if you could like go pick a book, you know, like I've seen mine and I've seen the book of, each one of my children have their own book that I've seen. They're big books. Three of Fossils. I'm so sick of seeing this card because every time I see it, I think third party. I just heard it's gonna work. It's gonna work. Because this is the work and collaboration card, but when I set it down, I was like, meh, third party, but I heard this is gonna work. Or we're gonna make this work, or somehow. It's just, it feels like there's almost, I just got like redirected back to something I said a few minutes ago about on, off. Because it also feels like out of nowhere, and this also may be what, actually, if you were to look at how I have these down here, I had it like this. So if it is a third party, it's like there is a, and third party can be anything. It can be a job, it can be a friend, it can be buddies, it can be something they like to do, a hobby. It can be an actual third party. You know, it doesn't, you know, there's lots and lots of things that can get in the way of two people hanging out together all the time or having a commitment or whatever. But look, notice how the heart is, I mean, the Three of Pentacles is separating the joy. It's like a joy thief. But there's something about this week. It's like this big giant sword comes in and cuts that. And I feel like the no communication, none of this, came maybe because of a third party, or came because of work, or came because of just too much. Like if you could look at all of these pentacles and all these people and all of the work that needs to be done, and this one here is just standing in the middle like, I'm so freaking overwhelmed, I can't even think. And I think maybe Libra was just like, okay, and just kind of like, I don't know, wrote it off, or just said, well, that was, you know, that was that, or something, you know what I'm saying? But there's something that's different about this week that changes. This is the Page of Fire. Yeah, that's exactly what I was just talking about, where you're sitting there minding your own business and then somebody comes up and whispers something in your ear, all Sly Fox-like, or all, and you just sit there all red-faced, and then they sit there all, look, I just made their face turn red, and the two of you are vibing in that. But notice how this is a page and this is a kid, like, and then you have these new beginnings over here. Whatever this is, it's very, very, very new. Even if it's old. And the reason I'm saying old is because I'm still talking about the Akashic Records, which would make this, you know, lifetimes old potentially. New but old. I think that's important to say. New but old. Wow, and then you have the Two of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. This is someone who's coming in, and I actually remember getting this card, I think on Friday, when somebody was really being forced to make a decision. But somehow or another in the week ahead, they are, oh my goodness, it's already been 15 minutes. They are coming forward to bring balance, because the Six of Pentacles is balance. It also can be giving gifts and giving generosity, but I kind of feel like what we can expect in the week ahead from this particular person is this moment. Like I think all these other cards that came out are just supporting cards of this. That at some point in this week, somebody's going to come in and say something to you that makes your heart flutter and it turns your face bright red. And the reason that you react that way is because this is something that has already been foretold or pre-written or preordained or whatever you want to believe. So I want to get more information on this. I want to see where it goes. I want to see why. I want to see who. I want to see how. I want to use some more of these oracle cards or intuit cards. And I want to find out what the balance is. And I need more clarity on this. I think it's more than a three-party. I think it's like I was saying before. I think it's job. I think it's all the pentacle stuff. I think it's people they're in charge of. I think it's work that they need to do on the house. I just think that, and everybody wants their attention. And the one in the middle is just sitting there like, I'm so overwhelmed, I can't even stand it. But then they look over here, because look at his little foxy face. He's like, aw, I stinking love you, man. And then this Mickle Muckle like reacts like that. I love you too. Oh my God, let's go see what happens. I can't wait. This is adorable. This energy is adorable. It's very childlike. It's very innocent. It's very raw. But it's so awesome. Okay, so if you're interested in learning more, let's go on over to Vimeo. The link for that is in the box below. I absolutely appreciate you being here. If this is where we part ways, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Stay tuned for the hair transformation. And yeah, let's go check it out and see what happens. Don't forget your dailies, and until next time, have a good one. Bye, ladies.